Thank you for joining me today. This is Akin Speaks Real Estate. It's a platform that I inform people like you about the happenings in the real estate world, how you can invest. I'm a consultant, so I inform you about the best way to come in and make maximum profit. And there are other things that I do for people that reach out to me. So you're welcome all the same. And if you're joining me for the first time, please, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click the subscribe button and put on your bell, and also you can make comments and share. Also, I would love to to contact you so that we can talk more about real estate if you're interested really. So today I'm going to be talking about why off plan is a good deal when it comes to investment in real estate. So off plan is um, a trend that has been seen, but now is coming out stronger and stronger because of a lot of things that is happening in the real estate, especially in Nigeria. So, what is off plan? Off plan is a kind of purchase that you do for a building project while it is still at the planning stage. It may be at the planning stage where they've just drawn the layout or the plan on paper, and they've done the 3D so that you can know what you're expecting and you purchase it. So it has these benefits. If you're coming into off plan, there are a lot of benefits that you want to look at, and I will be sharing briefly with you the benefit of you coming into off plan um, investment. So the first thing you need to understand is that off plan are always sold at below the market value. That means that off plan are always sold below market value. If the market value of a building, an apartment, or any kind of a building is 50 million, off plan project we make it available at maybe 40 or 30, 38 thereabout, so that it will be attractive because you don't have the solid what do you call it, building on ground. So off plan always attracts people by being sold at a very affordable and reasonable price. Now, so that's one of a reason why off plan can be or should be a point of investment. Another reason is that it has a flexible plan payment. So if you're talking about payment in off plan, you can have like 1 year to 1.5 years. That means between 12 months to 18 months, you can have that opportunity in off plan. So you don't have to pay immediately. If you have the cash, you can pay immediately. But if you don't, all you need to do is to put down the initial deposit, and you are good to go. It's as good as you have owned it. And every increase that will come upon the what do you call it, the building, you will enjoy it, and that's one beautiful thing about off plan. So I'm talking about flexible payment plan. Also, in off plan, you we have the opportunity to see and assess the structural integrity of the building. That means that you can be part of the building as it's being built. You can see whether what they are using for the building are quality things, or they are inferior things. You can sometimes bring in your own engineer to just assess things as they are going, so that you can make sure that you have something that will last, not just a crowd for a home. And that's one beautiful thing about off plan properties. You can come in there and watch what they are doing, bring in people that can assess the material being used to build that building. Another good thing about off plan is the capital appreciation. The normal rule off plan will always appreciate before the completion of that project. And that is true because as the developers spend more money, we have the coming in of inflation. So when you have inflation, the developer will definitely incur that cost into the finished product. So most of the time you find out that an off plan that you're paying like 60 million for, at the end of the project it will be going for 75 upward. And that means that you that pay 60 million, you've gotten something like 15 million, what do you call it, 15 million capital appreciation in your investment. And that is one good thing about off plan, because every material, everything that the developer use will be put into the finished product that will be sold to people, to other people. But you that key in at the beginning, you have that privilege of enjoying that capital appreciation. Now, another thing is that during the up plan project, while your building is already done and is about to be put, the finishing touches are about to be put, you can bring in your interior deco expert so that it can begin to look at things and advise on colors. Because I know some people, after they gotten into a house, packed into a house, they had to redesign, as in redecorate and redo a lot of things, which will cost extra money. But because of an off plan, you can come in there and begin to advise and what you want and what you don't want. Yes, they may not be able to change the structural plan of that house, but the interior deco and some of the demarcation, you definitely can put in your taste into it. Then another thing about our plan is that it's subject to what we call negotiation. You can always negotiate. You can come to the table and negotiate. And one thing you need to understand is that at the beginning of this project, a lot of developers will need finances, and so they are open to negotiation, especially when you're buying in bulk. They are able to listen to you, understand what you're saying, and think about it. And I always say this: do not ever be afraid to negotiate. Is either they say yes or no to it. So just know that during offline project, you can come to the table and begin your negotiation. Also, during offline project, also you can influence the payment plan. You can talk about how you want to pay, how your payment plan can be, and that is one other beautiful thing about off plan. And lastly, off plan also, you can talk about your terms and condition and clauses, because some of the time you have penalty if you default. You can come to the table and ask for their own penalty also if they default. If they say they are going to make the building available in 18 months or 1 year, and if they don't do it, you want to ask them what are the compensation that they are going to give to you. And you should have some things in mind that you want to bring to the table that it will be of benefit to you. It's not all about them, it's also about you and what you will want if there is a default. Things are changing in the real estate world. It's going beyond just coming to apologize for delay. Is the art of you coming to say, well, I'm going to hold you for your words, and if you deviate from what you say you're going to do, this is what I believe should be a penalty against you. And it is just the win-win mentality when it comes to that. So you can talk about the terms and the condition and clauses of your business and investment in off plan. So these are the reason why off plan should be a great deal of investment to you, something that you want to partake in it, something that you want to think and consider you move into it, because of all these things I've mentioned. So until I come your way next time, I want you to remember to subscribe, put on your bell, and also please make some good comments.